Okay, I'm just running some videos through for Tripping Sponge series, and I'm using the videos that I took with my telescope and camera. I just mount the camera on my telescope, a Tripping Sponge series for Rick, part 87. And these are actually better than I thought they were. I didn't think they were this good. So I've been just running through them for the last, I don't know, hour or so. And I'm just going to use these. I don't have to go back to the Santos Bonacci series for the moon videos. The ones that I have on the Tripping Sponge series seem to be okay. And we'll see what happens. So right now, I just finished up one video, and I'm allowing the moon to run through the camera, and I'm explaining lights and shadows that are happening here. So every time there's a bump in the camera, you'll see the camera fluctuate, and more shadows came into play. So now you'll see more imagery and other imagery that you've seen before. Maybe you've seen it as shadow imagery. Now it's going to be more crisp and clear because more detail will come into play. And at the same time, I'm showing people that if you come to these videos of the moon and you just pause the moon here and there as it's going through, take your camera, your viewing device that you're going to use, camera phone most of the time. I have Windows daytime, not a good idea to do this. Better to do it at night, I'll just mention. But I'm running out of time, so I got to do it. Because I'm going to be busy for the next few weeks. I know I am. Trying to fix the YouTube shit. I got to go through that whole channel and fix a bunch of things. Otherwise, they're going to shut it down, I'm sure. And anyway, so what we're doing here is we're just looking at the moon. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area that we call the moon. And using a camera, phone in my hand as a viewing device to help my eyes adjust. You'll see that your eyes will adjust, and you'll get better and better, and you'll be able to see these things more clearly than you are even now, if you're even seeing them at all. I'm jumping around because I'm trying to show you that different angles will show different imagery more clear. In the last video I did, I was showing you this side image, and you couldn't see it as clearly as you can now. So watch. Because you most likely get the big one where there's an eye, and I use my stick as a little smaller. You might be getting this large one that's about to leave us, which is an eye, the nose, and the mouth of that large one there is probably the one you're getting. That's the one most people's eyes would go to. But what I'm trying to do is distract your eyes down to this other one, because there's this one too, I guess, if you wanted to go for an eye, the nose is here on this one, and the mouth is this one with the tongue sticking out. See that big one? And then if I brought you over to it, now here, if I bring you to the, yeah, maybe I can crop like that for you. Okay, now there's another one. Eye, nose, using the same mouth open here. Okay, and then I'll bring you by tilting my camera this way and maybe cropping over this way, yes. And then I can bring you eye, nose, mouth, beard and chin area, hair on this one as well, of that one. And then I can come back this way now that you got that one and give you eye, nose, mouth of this large one. Okay. So I can bring you around by just moving my camera around and bring you in on all this different imagery. And then now that I'm over this way, I can also give you eye, if you don't get distracted by that nose. Let me see if I can change the angle. There you go. Change the angle so you don't get distracted, because the wizard's in there. The wizard's over here, so I don't want to distract you with that one. But eye, mouth of that one, pointy chin on one, and then a rounder face when I go the other way. So you see what I'm saying? How you can get so many faces out of it by doing this. Just change your perspective a little. So again, I was using this in the last video to do some of this, which is fine to do too, because you can just take the camera and whatever it is that you're looking at and going for, I can move the camera down in my hand. But it's more of a pain in the ass, and I gotta hold the fucking camera, you know, exactly right, and hold the paper and everything. So, but it works. There you go. There's another one. See what I mean about cropping? I can get you in on other things that you might have missed because your eyes will be going to different places. So, fucking amazing. Alright, so I'm going to turn the music back on, hit play, and we'll just look around a little. Just hit play. Gotta wait for it to pulsate. There it goes, it just pulsated. So when it pulsates, more shadows are coming in. The camera is saying, oh, a whole bunch more light, or a whole bunch less light, or whatever the camera's saying to itself, and it pulsates like that. And then what you do is pause it right there, and go around and look at the same shit that you were just looking at a minute ago, and you're going to see things more crisp and more clear. And you'll see additional things where it was all glared out before. This all had glare in it. Now you can go in deeper on it and you can pull imagery out of it. And every time we go in further, those areas there where you couldn't see anything before will now show up and you'll be able to see them. When you print it out on paper and you put the paper up next to what you're seeing digitally, you'll see that it all matches. It's all the same. But if I could get rid of that glare, man, I'll come back. I won't have any time tonight, though. That's the thing. That's why I wanted to do this today. As a matter of fact, I only got a half hour and I gotta go. I'm coming out and going back in because I'm changing faces and it's too confusing, I noticed, to keep the camera just go slowly through. So I'm kind of bringing you out and then coming back in on a new image that I'm on, you know. Some of the ones that are like from cartoons and stuff like that they got from different, like I recognize this giant right here. See this big red nose? And his nose does end up being red in a lot of different positions when colors come out of it all. But small little eyes with a big red nose with the big goofy teeth and everything going on with the big lips. It reminds me of the giant from Disney. And there's other Disney characters that seem to come from the moon. I'll show them to you later as we go along. It just strikes me as another Disney character drawing. And I don't think it's the reverse that's happening. I don't think, because I'm a pretty open-minded person, so I don't think it's me remembering a Disney character and bringing into that. I'm seeing that for what it is and saying, hey, what the fuck is Disney up to? A lot of the imagery, it seems like once you get into this, you're going to be like, oh yeah, them bastards, man, they knew it. They knew. Okay, I'm going to come back out. I'm going to press play again. Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. It has not fluctuated yet, but these other lower images that were seemed so high up in the moon earlier are now, look where I can get them all in now. Remember, this is the same area. So again, as our perception changes, hasn't changed that much. If you watch the fucking clock, it's 3 minutes from the time this thing starts my telescope to goes out of my telescope range. I think it's like 3 minutes usually. So, point being that it hasn't changed in our perspective that much, especially if it's supposed to be that far away. So we definitely know it ain't that far away by clocking it this way, by the imagery. And there's that same area, the same character, but his nose doesn't look as big and red at this angle. It looks more regular, human-like. I'll see if I can get him in a couple other ways. Let's see. See, I start pulling in the next one when I go too far that way. So, the one I'm going for first is this one. Okay, this one first with the big lips. It's not cutting out the light for me. Yeah, there is that one too. Yeah, you hit that next one. Alright, so let me try to bring them through the camera this way, cropping it, because it's not working the other way. There's too much light coming in the window, I think. So if I stop it right there, then that whole image there that's in my screen is the first one that I'm going for, is this one. And I don't want to go too far to my right because you're going to start pulling in the next one, so watch. Watch. And then you'll pull in the next one. And maybe if I even drop it down a little bit first. See, computer glare is like, it seems like another human influence to me, you know? That's why I don't like doing this during the day. And every little light at nighttime bothers me as well, because it's just another added distraction of being able to see this. It's another reason why I like doing it on paper as well. Because the camera glare and the off the screen and shit, off the computer monitor, sucks big dick. They should have fucking flat screens that go over the whole screen and knock that glare out. Okay, hit and play. It just pulsated, but it's alright. Let it keep going. And this is why light to light, because once we start getting down to the final light, and you gotta remember too, this is pretty cool to know, because you know the person that's doing these videos of the moon right here, and I'll tell you what, my telescope was all fogged up. It was foggy. Otherwise this imagery would even be more clear and crisp than it is now. So I probably will have to go back to the Santos series if it's going to affect the way the videos are going to come out, the clearness of them. I mean, they're good to confirm imagery, but to show people that are new coming in, it's nice to have a nice clear imagery. So let's see, that's all out, and this is coming in. Okay, let's do this again. Start up. I don't know if I'm going to go with a filter. I don't think so.
Turn the black, back cheek.
Okay, so you got your three main faces, okay? Right here. You got this one here. Let's take up the entire moon. Eye, nose, and big mouth here, right? Mick Jagger, looks like, if you want to put a name on it. Okay, then, I just fucked myself up now. Okay, so here's another one. There's another large one. There's actually two. Did I press play? No, I didn't. There's three of them up there. Now this one here comes in a few different ways. Now remember the glasses above his head? You can't see it right now because the moon's already leaving. But it looks like shades on top of his, above his eyes on this one, because there's another image that this one is within. But the detail on this one, I'm just saying, is very clear at this angle, this particular angle. This image comes and goes. This is the same one I was telling you before. At this other angle, looked cartoony from the Disney character with the big red nose. At different angles, same image. Same area, I should say, whatever, same area of imagery. Okay, so now that I got you that one, here's another one. Sharing an eye with this one, okay? So now stay off of this one now. The left eye of this one is now working for the right eye of this one. Okay, so now eye, nose, and mouth of this kind of feline looking one. Then when I come down like this, eye, nose, nope, let's fix it, hold on, would have been eye, nose, mouth of that one, and then there's a larger one that I'm trying to score. Here it is. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Okay, so eye, nose comes all the way down to here, and mouth open. Okay, that's this one. It's not the same. Remember now, they're sharing an eye. This, keep an eye now on this. See, okay, you could probably still make it out. So yeah, so this face here, eye, nose coming all the way down to here, sharing the mouth with this one. See this one here? Eye, sharing the eye with that one, of course. But eye, I'll trace them out for you. See how his face comes down this fucker. Okay, then in a lay down state, eye, nose, mouth of one laying down. Not sure what species it is though. If it ends up falling in the human category or not, I can't make it right now. Make the call at that particular angle. I mean, I'm sure it'll change 10 other times, no doubt. As I'm going around. So that's a 31-minute video, so that's too long anyways, but you get the idea. And then I come in and change my angles again and get other imagery. Now again, that's a Tripping Sponge series for Rick part 87. You just take your camera phone, put your camera phone in your hand like I'm doing here, use it as a viewing device. If you do have any filters or anything like that, you might be able to help yourself by adding some filters to give yourself some contrast. Turn the brightness down on your screen before you even start. Brightness and contrast 50-50 or thereabouts to help you out. And you'll see the moon for what it really is.